Hey everybody, it is June 17th, Monday, 2013. You are in the office of Clopepi Vineyards and Estate Wines in the beautiful city of Lompoc, California, or outside in the Santa Rita Hills, Santa Barbara County, California, United States of America. And we are doing our weekly wine video, and we're shrinking our wine videos down to about 5 minutes. And as a result, I'm going to be giving you very short introductions to various subjects about tasting and evaluating and enjoying wine. And today we are going to be talking about aroma and bouquet. A lot of people think these terms are sort of interchangeable when we're talking about wine, spirits, or even beer, but there's a big difference between aroma and bouquet. This is it. Aroma is the smells, things that can be picked up from your olfactory senses that are specifically made or created by fermentation. Bouquet is the same basic smells, but it's smells that are produced by aging. So, what we're basically talking about is when we smell a young wine, and I'm going to show you two Chardonnays really quickly, and then I'm going to show you two spirits. And one is about aroma and one is about bouquet. The easiest way to understand it, young wine, very young wine, 1 or 2 year old wine at the most, is all about aroma. Bouquet comes in 3, 4, 5 years, sometimes 10 to 20 years. Wines age at different rates because of the oxygen and the dissolved oxygen and all the things that are in the bottle and the levels of oxidation and esterification that happen. So we're going to drink one very young wine and a wine that's quite mature, and then we're going to drink a very young spirit and drink a spirit that spent 18 years in cask. This is the 2011 Clopepi Estate barrel fermented Chardonnay. Now this is interesting because it has a little oak aroma, but under the oak, because oak would be bouquet, because obviously wine is aged in oak. So anytime you smell oak, we're talking about bouquet, because that is not produced by fermentation, it's produced by aging. So beyond a little bit of the oak in this young wine, what I smell is a little bit of peach blossom, a little bit of orange zest, a little bit of apple, maybe some pear. And these fruit aromas are very young, vibrant, and fresh, and so as a result, their aroma. Now, when I move over to a 2002 Chardonnay, you may be able to see the difference on my shirt. Maybe, maybe not. This is very sort of a nice light straw color, and the wine that's 11 years old is starting to turn a nice golden color. And that nice golden color really shows the level of esterification or oxidation that's occurred in the last 11 years in the bottle. So this wine is going to be a little bit very nutty, a little bit of sherry aroma as well. So we've lost a lot of the fresh fruit aromas, the stone fruit aroma, the apple aroma, the pear aroma, and maybe a little bit of hazelnut, a little bit of definitely, it's a little softer, it's a little less fruity, and definitely earthier, and a lot more sort of a little bit more sort of butterscotch, but it's almost like slightly like brown butter would be a very good way of describing it. Sort of brown butter, sherry, nutty notes, and those are all going to be described as bouquet. So aroma, fresh fruit, bouquet, oak, and the other aromas that are produced by aging. Now, how would we do that if we're tasting spirits? Well, the first spirit that I'm going to taste to show you aroma is Fortaleza Blanco Tequila, my favorite spirit in the world right now. It's about a $50 to $60 bottle of silver tequila. Now, when you smell this tequila, I call it the Blue Agave Razor. You can smell this beautiful, dusty, earthy, cactusy, sort of amazing aroma, like it is an absolute perfect sort of representation of blue agave grown in the greatest way and made by some of the best tequila makers in Jalisco. So it is fruity. The fruit, though, comes from a different source. It doesn't have those big, bright stone fruit aromas. It's much more sublimated. To me, it smells very much like dust and blue agave. Beautiful, beautiful spirit. I wouldn't call it fruity, but it's definitely all about aroma because there's no aging involved. So one of the best spirits you can use to describe sort of that beautiful aroma produced by fermentation. Now this is Highland Park 18. It is a scotch made in Kirkwall, or actually in Orkney by the Kirkwall Distillery. One of my favorite scotches in the world. I actually prefer the 12 for the money, but my friend Jolie Ellman got me this bottle of 18, and it's amazing how long it's lasted. It's my special occasion scotch. Now scotch, of course, because it's aged for 18 years, is all about bouquet. So tasting this in a scotch glass, so you get the vanilla, you get the peat, you get the earth. You get a lot of very, very sort of beautiful, soft, velvety aromas. The aromas that can only be produced in this level of complexity and this level of intensity by a Scotch that's aged so long it's come together perfectly. Now you could argue a Scotch over 12 years loses its sense of place, but what I love about Highland Park is it is not a Scotch that's based on a very huge peaty aroma. It's not band-aidy, it's not really kind of funky. It's clean, it's bright, it's a little bit vanilla, and it's heavily influenced sort of by the oak and the age and the mellowness, but not so much by a bunch of smoke and peat. So this is a very pure Scotch, a very lean Scotch, and a Scotch that doesn't really show a heck of a lot of peat, which I don't really like peat in Scotch all that much, anyways. But all those oaky aromas, all those vanilla aromas, all those aromas that remind me a little bit of leather, this is all produced by age. So as a result, it's bouquet. So take-home message: if it smells like fresh fruit, it's aroma. If you're talking about a wine that has some age in it, there's a bouquet, and of course you can have a wine with both aroma and bouquet, bright fruit, but some developing bouquet too. So now when you talk about how you smell a wine, you'll know the difference between aroma and bouquet. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.